Hi there, welcome to yet another single-player life review. Yes, it has been a while since my last review, but this thing called life kind of started popping up, as well as my departure from SI Radio, and that was a while ago, so it has been a long time since have done one of these, so do bear with me, I'm a little rusty. But now on to the review at hand. Now, today I am reviewing Animal Crossing New Leaf for the 3DS. Woo. This is my first dip of the toe into the large world that is Animal Crossing. And after seeing a lot of people post on social media sites that I frequent, I decided I'm going to give it a go. See how this game, see how it runs out. So when I first popped this game in, I was greeted on with the normal questions about that is for this type of game. So that's the who are you? Are you a boy? Are you a girl? What's the name of the town that you're going to, and what does it look like? Now, the person asking me these questions is a cat named Rover. Now that there was a plus in my books because you know, the persona being a cat type deal. But moving on. So he also asked me what the town's name that I was going to, which I named Catville, and what does it look like. So you're given 4 choices of a randomly generated map that you can choose from. If you don't like those 4 choices, you just turn the game off, restart, and you get a different set of choices type deal. Now, after that, I got off the train and was greeted by all the villagers of this town. Now, despite now already being greeted by one cat person, I noticed that yes, this is a town of animal people. Furries go yay! But you are the only human in this world, aside from other things, which I'll get into a little closer to the end of this review. But in this town right now, it is you, the lone human, in this town full of animal people. And they tell you, you're the mayor. You have no way to talk yourself out of it. You are the mayor of Catville. So, going through my town and all that, the first thing was plant a tree type deal as a start of a new beginning, and then they send me off to my house. So, the way that this game plays is it's played on a day-to-day type gameplay. Now, I mean that quite literally, as in day-to-day, as the passage of time is a direct one-to-one scale of time here in the real world. So, a lot of the things you will be doing in this game will be delivered / take effect the next morning. So you do the stuff you need to get done, you turn the game off, and then you turn it back on after you physically wake up the next day. But there are still plenty of extra things that you can be doing if you so do desire. But more on that a little later as well. You do have an option to change the time, either by going to the DS settings itself, or when you first go into the game and select with the selections there. This time traveling, yes, it does make for faster gameplay. However, it does have its consequences. A lot of the villagers will start missing you. They'll ask you where you've been, and your relationships with them will actually degrade if the more you do this. So, might be nice at the start, but eventually you're not going to be able to get all the cool fancy stuff by having the good rapport with your townsfolk. So I personally am going with this at the straight 1-to-1 time scale, not time traveling at all, just letting the game go as it normally would. So now there's also, with this day-to-day thing, there's also a lot of things in the game that can take a few days, actual days, to take effect, or for the villagers to suggest for you, type deal. Okay, so I myself, I'm on about day 9 or 10. I'm not exactly sure. I'm hoping it's day 9 because on day 10 I'm going to get the lovely QR code ability with the game, that you can then share some of your creations that you've made in the game and share with the world. That's what that QR Animal Crossing code thing that you see everywhere is. So, with the city planning that I got going on right now in my game, I'm done all the stuff I need to do that I now have to wait for the next day. So, now, being the mayor of this town, it is up to the player, you, to decide where things are being built, decide what's being built, and to 100% fund them. So that means all the money you make in game is most likely going to go to either the funding of your town or the design of your house. And if you do it right, you can do it. You can do both in one day. If not, you're picking one day at a time to develop your town or develop your house. So I have a nice little way that I am actually getting quite a bit of money in the game per day. So as it stands right now, I can still do both, but my house is starting to get a little expensive. But with that, the house does have a stopping point. Once you get to that certain point, your house will be as big and you won't have to spend another dollar on it, just like, from what I'm told, the previous Animal Crossing games. Okay, so aside from the public works, which is the creation of your town, of what goes where, and what shops open up on the main street, there's also ordinances that you can put into effect, laws, and you can only have one law effect at any given time. And some of them include a higher cost of living, which does mean stuff sells for more, but stuff costs more to buy. Now, that's the one I have in effect myself, but you can also have like a clean neighborhood where there'll be no weeds or cockroaches or ants or anything that appear in the town. And there's a few others that I can't remember off the top of my head. Now, we're going to move on to the quick extra stuff that you can do in the game, because I've just already covered the basics of your the day-to-day needs. Now, you can decorate your house any way you like with any of the furniture that you find / are given in the game. At the same time, you can even design your own hats, shirts, or even a town flag. And I have quite a few designs, which I will be posting on my single player Tumblr. Just the pictures of them right now, because I don't have the QR codes. Once I get the QR codes available, I will be posting those on my Tumblr blog, the singleplayerlife.tumblr, and for all you guys to kind of snatch up and use in your own game any way you want, absolutely free, not charging a cent for these, just because I like to share, and Animal Crossing is all about sharing, literally. So now, aside from designing your shirts, town flag, and all that, there is even a possible grind with this game, and it's almost necessary for this grind, and that is the grind for money, which there are many ways to actually facilitate money in this game. There is a stock exchange type thing, which involves every Sunday someone's coming to visit your town and deliver turnips. And they usually sell these turnips for about 100 bells, which bells is the currency in the game, give or take type deal. And then you can sell those bells sell the turnips to the store, and the price that they give you for that varies day to day. So, with that being one way, that the stock exchange way can be a little bit confusing or challenging at the time. So, other ways that you can make money without actually doing a stock exchange type deal is you can fish, you can pick up shells off the seashore, you can even catch bugs. And from what I've seen, the fish do sometimes pay out more than bugs, but bugs you can catch faster. And my experience, my little trick that I use that's netted me quite a bit is I'm actually going to a island which was unlocked after a certain point in the game, and in the evening, so around 7 o'clock p.m., whatever time it is, 7 p.m. where you are, because the game is where you are. After that, around that time, there's lots of really big beetles and all that you can catch on the island. And if you load up when you go back to town, you are making about 300,000 bells a trip. So that there's gotten a pretty nice little money flow there. So with all that to fund the town, that there's pretty much the basics of the town. Now, there is also a multiplayer side of Animal Crossing. With by obtaining someone's friend code, you are able to then go to their town and visit their town. You can talk with their villagers, you can pick their flowers, you can chop their trees down, dig holes, but to make a more friendly experience, best just stick to talking with the visitors, because a lot of people have put a lot of work into their flower gardens, into the type of flowers they have and all that. So lots of ways to make money in the game. Visiting people, stick to just visiting. Don't destroy their towns, because that is really frowned upon. There's so many message boards out there that you can use to make use for trading stuff or obtaining some of the rarer stuff, even some of the downloadable content stuff. Yes, this game has downloadable content, a new item every once in a while that you can have downloaded right into your game, and it's only there for a limited time. So that is pretty much Animal Crossing in a nutshell. I am quite enjoying the game. I look forward to the things that have yet to come. If you want to come check out my town, come visit. I ask you, do be respectful, leave my stuff alone, and I will, in a message, gladly share my friend code and all that, and we'll cross the animals, or Animal Crossing. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this little review. I'm glad to be doing it yet again. It is another thing to help me pass the time.